The ancient city of Prague, once the seat of the Bohemian Kingdom, today the capital of a modern democratic Czechoslovakia. A city of contrast, of the old and the new. A city of churches, churches that date back to medieval times, and the more modern edifices of today. Here we see the Powder Tower, dating back centuries, when once the city of Prague was a baronial castle. It was here the powder and shot were stored. One of the modern churches of today, erected in recent years. There are many fine streets and avenues in the city of Prague, taking one from the suburbs to the shopping district. Avenues tree-lined and gardened. The trolley cars that we see here are fast giving way to the more modern forms of transportation, buses. The shopping center of Prague is abundant with many fine stores, where my lady may be outfitted from head to toe. The lunchrooms are patterned after those of America. Here we see people from all walks of life. One of the many picturesque bridges crossing the River Moldau, which runs through the city of Prague. The Municipal Electric Power Building. Two of the many modern department stores that pattern their business methods after those of the big department stores of the United States. The Social Security Building, where over 45 million items of 5 million workers were tabulated. The Administration Building, governing the locks of the Moldau River, controlling shipping in and out of the city of Prague. The Department of Social Welfare Building. The Pails Shoe Factory, the largest producer of fine leather goods in Central Europe, exporting to the countries of the world. Tatra Mountains, forming the backbone of Czechoslovakia. High in these mountains are the many health resorts of the Czechoslovak people. Modern hotels and sanitariums are to be found here, as well as many meeting places for sports and picnic grounds. Here, high in the Tatra Mountains, is the extinct volcano, Shirtless. A new health resort being built in the Tatra Mountains. This immense project was finished just 2 weeks before that fateful day of Munich. Only the most modern methods are used in these construction projects. A job well done. Here we see the opening of a new railroad spur, running into a heretofore inaccessible part of the country. Soon this steam locomotive will give way to the more modern form of transportation that is already being used in other parts of the country, the fast, streamlined diesel electrics, carrying passengers with speed and luxury to the many distant parts of the country. Woodrow Wilson Station. Here one may secure accommodations to Paris, Constantinople, and to all the other leading capitals of Europe. Many fine roads take the tourist to the heart of Czechoslovakia. Named in memory of Thomas Garrig Masaryk, the beloved first president, liberator of this democratic nation. The Prague Municipal Airport. It is here the great airlines of the country cross, bringing the capitals of Europe but within a few hours of speedy and comfortable transportation. And it is also the scene of the massacre of the students of Prague University by the invaders. The old section of Prague. Czechoslovakia was the first country of Europe to realize that slum clearance was a vital necessity and a duty to her people. Here we see the old section of Prague. This type of dwelling was fast disappearing, and these new and more modern houses were being built. social hall and the health building on the outskirts of Prague, where the residents of this great city may spend hours of leisure. It is here that children gather to play and to meet in competition. Swimming and diving, games that are so dear to the heart of the future generation. Relaxation in the health-giving rays of the sun. The people of Czechoslovakia are proud of their work. Here we see them leaving for home after a hard day at the factory. The steel mills of Czechoslovakia were known the world over for their fine products. In peacetime for their products in the surgical world and the automotive manufacturing industries. And in times of storm and strife, in the making of fine armaments. But now they are forced to manufacture for the army of the invader. Craftsmen in the Barca shoe factory. Electricity, the lifeblood of a nation. The Czechoslovak engineers harnessed the many streams and rivers of this country, building dams and harnessing the water to drive giant turbines, to bring economical light, heat, and power to the people of this nation. The miracle city of Slum. It is here that the ingenuity of the Czechoslovak engineers asserts itself, for this entire city and the Barca factory is built on reclaimed ground. This marshland was of no value, and the cost of filling it in was prohibitive, but surrounding this valley are mountains of rock and earth. Here we see the scheme devised by the engineers, for moving this rock and earth down to make a fertile valley of the formerly desolate spot. And so the product of a new world, happy and contented people, clean and scientifically designed homes, and above all, a happy future generation. But soon, over this peaceful and progressive country, there arises a storm of hate and greed, the lust for things that other men have. And little do these soldiers know, parading in sham battle before their memorial tower, erected in memory of those who died that they may be free men, that soon these very arms that they carry are to be turned against them and their loved ones. But someday, this country will return and stand in the world of free men, and from the very heart and soul of all Czechoslovaks throughout the world there arises a prayer to the good Saint Wenceslas, patron saint of all Czechoslovaks. Saint Wenceslas, the Lord of the Czechoslovak land, beg for us, pray for us. Do not let us perish, nor those who come.